Hey everyone, Les here from BG Trading. Hope you are well. Today is December 4th, 2022, and I'm going to be reviewing some of the stocks that our members from our Facebook community has voted on to check as a potential interesting opportunity moving forwards to buy for some reason. And then obviously we only selecting the best ones. Anything that doesn't have a liquidity or not enough volume, we're not interested. That poses excessive risks, and most of the time risks that are not worth taking in trades. So we want to trade good quality stocks in a good sectors or sectors that have interest in the future. So that's what we want. So now let's first of all make sure you are a member of this community. It calls buy, grow, sell strategy for share traders, and we are specifically going to be talking about this post that we did on December 2. What stock do you want us to analyze for you? So one of the names is obviously came a few times is Hot Chili, which the SX code is HCH. Then also Renascore Resources, which the code is RNU. And then Core Lithium, the SX code is CXO, which by the way is stock that we've been trading over and over again and also has been incredibly profitable for us and our VIP members, of course. Let's have a look. Just want to remind you, this isn't financial advice, just as from BG Trading, sharing with you how we apply our strategies to know when to buy and when to sell stocks, how we set up targets, stop losses, how we avoid FOMO, and much more. So all in this channel. So if you like, subscribe and share this video with someone that you believe will be interested. And also become a member of this community. It's great. We have a great time in this community. Now, start with the first one. So basically, let's just review pretty much what we did here. So we asked the community, what stock do you want us to analyze? That was back in the 2nd of December, pretty much 2 days ago. And obviously, we came with a lot of results here. A lot of people were asking for a lot of sort of stocks. But one of the things we want to highlight here is because we invest in time to look at these stocks. All I ask sometimes is to invest your time. You're going to request us to analyze the stock. Just make your request in good style, in an engaged conversation, in the sense that I even post here, if you don't add any compelling reason, we don't even consider the stock that you're voting on. So when I talk about compelling reasons, just look, we invest a lot of time in this. So I like you to invest time putting together a question based on why would you even be looking at? Is that a good quality company? Does that fit into a sector that will be potentially booming or are booming at the moment? It is a company that has something compelling on the pipeline, or it is a technically fair or discounted price. This is all reasons that you can consider. For us, really is just invest a little bit more time on your question, on your vote, and then obviously you're going to be looking at. Now, start with this this one. Obviously, TMBARULIO. There was no reason here, so we're absolutely not going to look at that. VRC, we're not going to look in there. So Mika Gold, Junior Explorer Producer Company, keep on kicking goals, finding rare earth and a lot of gold, more than the table in the first half of 2023. So let's have a look what's happening with this stock. So first of all, let's find out together what this stock is all about. Mika Metals, I think. That's what he wants us to mention. Okay, now, first of all, in any analysis that we do, we want to make sure you have all indicators on the chart. So basically, if you haven't done our course, I really recommend you to do it, because then you're gonna learn all the indicators that we use for BGS20 and BG trading strategies. So you will understand at least what we're talking about, you know. But if you don't want to do the course, I'll give you some hints here. Obviously, we need to go through this. So basically, a couple of the main indicators that we do is the SMA. So we do SMA 40 as a red line, and the SMA 250 as a pink line. Those two are simple moving averages that give us a reference of where the stock is really trading at the moment compared to its either 40 days average, and also 250 days, which it's more aligned with the long-term prospect of the stock. Now, this company is the stock's trading pretty much 7 cents. Okay, couple of red flags here for me. The trading volume is really low at the moment. And this raises a big red flag for us, because we don't want to really be involved into a stock that has very low liquidity like this, and the trading, the number of trades are so short, like 37 trades in one day, with a green sort of volume. So it's really low volume. So this is a very extremely risky, and honestly, I don't think worth the risk taking this for a couple of reasons as well, not just for the fact that it's low liquidity but low volume, but also the fact this stock, the candles are currently trading above the SMA 250 and above the SMA 40, which means, in other words, it is at the FOMO area for the long term. Long-term trade is a FOMO area. You don't want to buy at the FOMO area if the stock is it's not a good quality company. And also, it's pretty much trading at the FOMO area at the short term as well. Concepts of FOMO area is on our online course, so you know how to detect. But I just told you I could detect really quickly. So not interested on this. So very risky. I wouldn't buy this unless you're a speculative holder and you want to speculate in the market. So out of this, not interested. Mika Gold, no good for us. Now, EMH, please. I have read a newsletter that one of the superannuation is being a substantial holder. I work in IT. Let's take a look at EMH. What EMH is all about. European metal holdings. Now, first thing, again, I like to see is the levels of liquidity, and understanding that if you jumping into a stock, the liquidity levels are too low, your risks are too high. Remember that. Simply because the stock can move fairly quickly from one price to another. Simply because there is no liquidity. So anyone can dump the stock really hard if you have a strong position, or can buy the stock really hard if you want to buy a strong position. So for us, again, not interested. It's too little. This is $71,000 trade in the stock last day, and obviously you can see a little bit higher here, but it couldn't hold up. So not interested. So let's move to another stock requested as well. CXO, Core Lithium. You know, Core Lithium is a very important stock. Let's have a look. Let's have a look what's happening with Core Lithium now. Okay, CXO currently trading 136. It went up all the way. I mean, it broke the resistance levels here, which was already expected by us. So obviously we did this trade here, which was a pretty good trade. It broke out. There was kind of a fake break, and but not because the company itself was not a radar of investors. Simply because the whole sector had a massive reversal, and that happened in early November. So if you see here, this is what concerns me still at this chart formation, is this huge. This is a huge reversal. Huge reversal. See this red candle here, which with one of the largest volume of the year. This is a huge reversal. And it wasn't only one off, wasn't only in the CXO. So if you go to the big guys like Oken, it happens exactly the same. It happened pretty much the same. Look, massive volume, one of the highest volume of the year on the downside. This is worries me, the fact that if you not buy stock upon a massive reversal towards to the downside, you gotta make sure you're buying a damn good price. So if you're trading still now, obviously back to CXO, it's trading what we call technically discounted price for the short term, but still, I think provided the nature of the reversal, I really like to be buying around this level here, the pink line, even though it looks like there's a reversal happening here, but not as strong as the downside reversal we saw here on a pink square. So for me, I rather not trade this stock. I would just wait to say, even if I miss the boat, that's fine. But there's a strong likelihood that we see CXO around this pink line level or even below before the next high. If that happens, the ultimate buying will be around this sort of level here or under. But if it doesn't happen, we most likely will miss the boat. But again, we're mitigating the risk using this strategy, using classic and BGS20 indicators. That's what we did. So we're not going to touch in CXO now until we see a clear reversal towards to the upside. We haven't seen that in a like strong reversal. This reversal to the downside has been massive. So that's why we don't want to touch on that, okay? So not touching on CXO. Now let's have a look on RNU, Renasco Resources. It is a stock that a lot of people have been trading. The company has been doing pretty well. It's a graphite explorer, you see. It's currently trading what we call technically resistant level. And look, it's not a brainer here to realize that this stock is currently trading at former area, so big red flag there. Former area, despite this massive volume here, I'm not interested if the stock's trading at FOMO area, remembering that FOMO is one of the biggest classic mistake for traders, okay? For traders. Let's just see where the 250 moving average is sitting at the moment on the Renasco Resources. Okay, here you go. That's what I'm talking about. The SMA 250 currently trading 22 cents. So if you ask me, where would I buy this stock? Would it be anything below 22 cents? And if we weren't able to achieve that again, we just missed the boat. We're not interested. It's too risky to jump into a position that is currently trading at the technically resistance level. Too risky. Not gonna do that. Not interested. Just let it run. If I was holding this stock, which is not the case, I would just keep holding until we see the first signs of reversal. We see the first signs of reversal, then I would be selling. Although this is a pretty compelling level of sellers. If everyone's using technical analysis, would reasonably say that this is a point that I will be selling. I most likely would have my target set up under this level anyway. I would have sold there already. Okay, especially a company like this, which is micro cap. Not interested at the moment. If it falls under 22 cents, then it's worth take a look again, but not now. For my area, most of the stocks in this list, you see what happens. Everyone talks about stocks, and most of the time, the stocks that everyone's talking about, you already missed the boat. And the classic mistake is get overexcited and buy those stocks at the extremely high levels, not understanding what the fundamentals is and what the phase of production or explorer it's happening, and then obviously taking the next downfall, which you don't want that to happen with anybody. Okay, so let's move forward to another stock. IMU, Manage Limited. All right, this is an interesting one. Okay, first of all, here's why it is interesting. And I'm only talking about the technical perspective, okay? Not talking about the fundamentals, okay? Not talking about the fundamentals, just about the technical aspect. Anyone buying this stock would be interested to look at into the fundamentals, just to make sure you understand what the stock is. We might even put analysis together. A couple of things I like here. Okay, so we have a bullish intersection here. Okay, see what happened in the last bullish intersection back in June? Let me just take my face out of the way. Yeah. So last bullish intersection, we had a rally of pretty much 143%. 119% in before the pullback, and then if you compounding, if you would sort of holding all the way up, but I would probably sell here, it would be 140%, but that's 119%. It's pretty damn good already. So now what we have here is a bullish intersection level 1 confirmed after this bearish intersection. And remember, we always want to be looking at buying upon a bullish intersection level 1 or level 2 together, especially when it's combined. Now, let's take a look where is the SMA 250, just to have an idea whether this stock's trading at technically discounted price only at the short term or the long term as well. This is it's very simple. That's how we should be doing. Look, it is trading at technically discounted price for the long term, which is good, which is very much what we wanted to be doing. This is where we want to be buying a company, a stock. Now, obviously, you need to take a look what's happening behind the scenes from the fundamental perspective. We haven't seen what's happening behind the scenes on this stock, but from the technical perspective, it looks very good. It looks like a reversal here. What I would be expecting in order to confirm that MIU will be really bullish now is a few more green candles here. But if anyone's attempt to do an entry, would it be at the current levels? So upside 35%. You can easily apply BGS 20 strategy on this stock. So if any of those stocks that we're talking about, I would be most likely looking at buying this stock. So you can set up 20 to 30% targets on here, and obviously set up also a stop loss. I'll set my stop loss just under this 15 cents here, just in case it falls over, which means it failed to reverse. Could see the down again. I mean, like the lowest can reach the lowest again, and then if that happens, obviously I would be interested on this cycle. But yeah, definitely one of the stocks that I'll be looking at. Another great fact here is that there is high liquidity and high volume as well of trade. So there was $2 million trade on this. So interesting to look at IMU. So far, the most interesting one. AVL, Craig didn't actually explain why we wanted to look at, so I'm not going to look at that. All those stocks as well, just because it's on the watch list, it doesn't mean anything. Pilbara Minerals, it's my opinion, is pretty much the same. Pretty much the same of CXO. So Pilbara Minerals, again, despite it is one of the best ASX lithium stock, if it's not the best, it is trading far above the SMA 250, and we had the same reversal, massive reversal. But well, let's say Pilbara Minerals is still a little bit too expensive for me. I would be looking buying closer to this sort of level, to be really honest. If it doesn't happen, if you miss the boat, it goes to $10 or something, and we just miss the boat, that's fine. No problems with that. I have no problem of missing the boat whatsoever. But I'd rather have secure positions than anything else. Now let's take a look at LRS, which my memory is Latin resources. Yes, Latin resources. We did trade there back in 2021. Well, this is looking pretty interesting. It's looking pretty interesting. I'm just gonna change the colors because the indicators are not reflecting the correct colors that we use. So at the moment, Latin resources would be, for me, to make myself interested on buying this, I would be buying at 10 cents, like 11 cents, which would be the SMA 40. At the moment, it's kind of getting to the FOMO area, which gets a little bit dangerous for this explorer. A lot of institutional investors, they are not really looking to explorer. They really looking to producers. And that is the problem here. You might get your money stocked for a while. Ideally, for this type of company, I wanted to buy around the pink line here, which combines technically discounted price for the short term and technically fair price for the long term. So combine very high risk, speculative, have this combination is great. So in fact, this would be the time to buy, okay, or potentially in the next downturn. That's LRS, okay. Now, no explanation. Hot chili. This is a good one. This is an interesting one that I'm actually been looking myself to buy. Let's see what are the red flags and the green tick for a hot chili. Okay. So this is start looking very interesting for me. First of all, because copper is a metal that a lot of so-called analysts and are actually tipping for a big boom in 2023, 2024. So if you don't know what hot chili is a copper explorer in Chile. So there's one of the biggest deposits in South America for copper. But obviously it's a far years away from developing, actually from delivering production on anything like this, which makes this a highly speculative. But it is a tradable stock, definitely. So first of all, I'm interested in this because it's been doing a higher low here, and we might see a higher high here as well. So I like the trend. Let's see how much it swings from this downturn here. 53%. 71%. We might have a really nice sort of 30% at least. So if we aiming for selling at the SMA 250, see, that's when we buy, we make money. Ideally, if that works, we make money when you buy, because you're buying at technically discounted price for the long term, technically fair price for the short term. But we have what we call bullish intersection here, and every time we have a bullish intersection and those green candles, we might have momentum building on the back of this stock, and we have some green candle here on a volume going upside. So a lot more decent liquidity. Not the greatest, to be honest, but it's still, there is a little bit deal of liquidity. Very risky, but better liquidity than the stocks that we saw before. And also, trading volume start increasing. Now it's 308 trades, $300,000. Obviously, this is a kind of position that I wouldn't put more than 10 grand on it. But there is a good technical formation here. So hot chili and MIU would be the two picks of this list, if you ask me about the speculative stocks. They're all speculative, sir. Apart from Pilbara Minerals, which wouldn't be buying now. They're all speculative. So just to really keep in mind that stocks, they pose a lot of risk, but can be profitable as well. So make sure set up stop losses. Let's see on Hot Chili, where would they set up my stop loss? If I was buying here. Okay, if we decide to buy, our VP members will know that. So we're gonna tell them. So I would set up stop loss just under this green, like blue level here. Because I don't want to lose too much money, so I would do at 85 cents. Okay, so 85 cents for stop loss and a target of 120. And hoping to get a traction. So 2 stocks that I would buy from that list: Hot Chili and Imugeny Limited. I hope that was valuable for you. So very high level technical analysis. Hope that gives some clarity of the risks buying those stocks that are on the list. So this is a half an hour. I'll try to wrap it up now. Thank you for watching. Have a great week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.